Hi guys, so today I thought I would basically do a video on my skincare routine. Just come out of the shower. What I'm going to do today is basically I'm going to do a video of my current sort of skincare, daytime skincare, but I'm going to show you what I do, like at home treatments I do during lockdown, because before lockdown, I used to get my brows laminated, and before I used to get my brows laminated, I used to actually do my own eyebrows. So literally, I think 2 people have ever actually done my eyebrows. So I had them once done when I was 17, and then started only just recently getting them done when brow lamination came out. So before that, I used to just do my own eyebrows. So I'm going to show you how I upkeep my eyebrows whilst in lockdown, and what I've always sort of done. And then also I'm going to do sort of like, not really a tutorial, but show you how I dermaplane my face as well, because I do that maybe once a month or so. I just think it makes the skin look a lot better. So I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows, the dermaplaning, and my skincare after. So yeah, just keep watching. So what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to put some jewellery on, because I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like when I'm not wearing makeup, putting on a set of earrings or a necklace or whatever just makes me feel 10 times more confident. So yeah, put them on. So now what we're going to do is, although I naturally have very dark hair, like eyebrow hair, and this is my natural colour, although my hair's very dark naturally, I like to tint my eyebrows just for, because I feel like sometimes they just get a bit dull, so I just like to give them a bit of vitality sometimes. Oh, another thing that makes me feel like 10 times better when I'm not wearing makeup is putting some lip balm on, because look how dry my lips are. So I'm gonna go put some lip balm on first. I've very quickly just put my hair back a little bit for this part of the video. So what I'm gonna do now is, so I've mixed the paste and the tint activator, and it comes in a little plastic dish thing here. Well, this little plastic dish comes in the pack, so you can mix the paste. It comes with like a little plastic applicator as well, but I prefer to use, this is the applicator, but I prefer to use like an angled like liner brush just to get it more precise. And this is from Delium Tools, and it's the 762 angled brush. So what I'm going to do first is I like to brush the eyebrow hairs through first. It'll focus like that. And I swear down, like, this camera, I'm not even joking, highlights like freckles that I don't have, because I'll look in the mirror, I'll not see any freckles or anything like that, but all of a sudden in this camera I've got like a million. Then I'm going to get a little bit of the tint on the brush, and I just go where it needs to be really. So I go right to the edge of my brow here, and I go all the way through, and I make sure to press it down into the brow hairs. A lot of people, when they're doing brows, tend to use like Vaseline around the brows on the skin to sort of prevent staining, but I'm not really that bothered, and I'm quite careful with it, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. I don't get really messy. So this is what I do, and I just go all the way, oops, spoke too soon, go through all the way through the eyebrow. Like so. You can see the difference there. So that's the tint, that's without the tint. So it'll carry on. And then I like to make sure like there's a thick layer, because I'm not a professional, so I don't actually know, but I assume that the tint kits that you get from like Tesco and stuff, like Eyelure, are a lot less potent, so they're not gonna, well, I don't know this for sure, but I'm just guessing. I'm gonna guess that they don't last as long, or they don't tint as well as the tints that you get from like a beauty salon or what they put on your eyebrows. So I like to make sure there's a lot on there so it's all covered and I've not missed any spots. So that looks perfect to me, kind of. And then we'll do the other eyebrow as well. So just same again. We're getting a bit closer. And I like to make sure, because it does stain the skin a little bit, obviously under the eyebrow, I like to make sure at least where I've put the tint, it's kind of straight, so like when I've not got makeup on, if the tint's showing on the skin, then it doesn't look crazy and messy. You want it to be sort of the same shape as your brow. And there we go. So I'll leave it like that for 5 minutes or so. That's been about 5 minutes now. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm just going to take a cotton pad and then just wipe it off. Wipe off like the paste or whatever it's called, the tint, and I'll get the rest with like a wet wipe. So this is just what I do. Whether it's correct or not, it's probably not correct at all, but it's just what works for me and what I've always done. So, and it's tint, like it'll come off. Like if it goes wrong, it comes off in like a few days or weeks, whatever. So it doesn't really matter. And then I'm just gonna get my facial wipe and just get the rest of the residue off. Again, this is just something that works for me. I've done it for years on myself. I'm not a fully qualified beautician or anything like that. Never done anything like that at beauty school. I just do it myself. So I think if you've got sensitive skin or any apprehensions with this, I'd always just get it done professionally, unless you feel comfortable doing it yourself. But I'm pretty sure these kits are perfectly safe to be using at home, otherwise they wouldn't sell them in Tesco and that sort of thing. Let's just brush them up so you can see them. So that's what they look like after the tint. Make them look a bit fuller and just give a bit more colour to it, really. So that's what they're looking like. And because I'm half Filipino, so I have really Asian hair, so it's quite straight, and my eyebrows tend to grow downwards, look like that. They usually like grow downwards, so I like to brush them up because they give them a more fuller effect. And when I used to get my eyebrows laminated, I used to have them pushed all the way up. But obviously I can't get that done at the moment because of the pandemic, so we'll just have to do with brushing the eyebrows up. That's how they'll look. Just take the hair down, you can see it in full action. So that's what they look like. So my next step now is how I dermaplane my face. So if you don't know what dermaplaning is, it's basically in essence, shaving your face. And it's usually done with a single blade. It's a treatment you can get at a lot of beauty places. So what it typically is the purpose of it is to get rid of the dead skin, so the top layer of the dead skin. It sort of like acts as an exfoliation because it literally sort of shaves off the dead skin on the top layer of your skin. And also if you've got peach fuzz, which a lot of us do on the face, it gets rid of the peach fuzz. So if you run your finger on your face, it does tend to feel quite furry. A lot of us have that anyway. I've just scratched myself. But I don't tend to get a lot of hair on my face, luckily enough. I don't grow crazy amounts of hair. Like, I'm quite a hairless cat, as you can see from my arms. I've got barely any hair on there. But I like to do this because it smooths the skin, and I think that basically it makes the skin look a lot more glowy and healthy. I feel like when you've got makeup on, it looks a lot more smooth and that sort of thing. So I just like the effect of it. So I used to do this maybe every 2 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, but I just think it's just a bit too soon. So I always do about maybe 4 to 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks sometimes. I think the last time I did it was like 6 weeks ago. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a bit of peach fuzz on your face, but I just personally like the feel and the look of my skin, because any way I can improve my skin, I'll sort of do it. And I think from my experience of doing this, my skin looks way better when I do it. I had acne since I was 12, all the way up until I started university in 2014. So I think it was like 6 years. So I had acne, and I've got a lot of acne scarring, as you can see, and I've become very comfortable with it. Like, it's just part of me now, and it doesn't bother me at all. It used to bother me a lot when I was younger. I wouldn't go out anywhere without any makeup on. But it's just one of the things that I think makes my skin look so much better. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to show you what it sort of looks like. So it's really hard to see on camera, but we all have sort of peach fuzz on our face. You know, like the little hairs that you get on your forehead and stuff like that. That's what I'll be getting rid of. And you'll see it'll brighten up the skin a lot more, and basically when you have your makeup on, it'll give the effect of like a smoother sort of canvas to your makeup. So just a reminder, I'm not in any way qualified or trained to do this. This is just what I've researched, and with a lot of beauty things over the years, I've always done my own research. I don't really have extremely sensitive skin, so I don't react badly to these sort of treatments when I do them on myself. And I know with other people they might, but personally I don't. I'm not able to give any advice in any sort of way, but this is again what works for me. So this is what I'll be doing. What I want to do is, I've already had a shower obviously, and my hands have been washed, but just for precautions I'm gonna sanitize my hands, and I've already washed my face as well. I've watched a lot of videos, and I've seen people like use oil to make the blade sort of glide easier on the skin. They actually do a version of it, and it comes with an oil, but I've tried it and I feel like this has only ever happened once, but I get a few bumps, or I don't know, I just don't feel like it's as smooth when I'm sort of dragging the blade or whatever. So I saw a video on Instagram where a girl's using aloe vera gel, so I decided to try that, and I got a bottle of it from Tesco, and it was like £1 or something. Banana boat aloe vera gel, and it works way better than oil, so I've started using that. So what I do is I just get a little bit on my hand, and I'll just smear it where it needs to be, sort of a generous amount, and I do it in patches. I don't put the whole thing on my face first because it'll just dry up. I get my Dermaplaning blades typically from TK Maxx when it was open, just get them from there, and they're way cheaper than the Veet ones, I think, or Wilkinson Sword. It's like Wilkinson Sword or Veet do them for, I think it's like 3 for like £3.50 or 3 for £4 or something like that. You can literally go into TK Maxx and get like a pack of 6 for £2. So it's exactly the same. So That's what I used to do, but obviously I've run out since being in quarantine. I only had like a few. So I ordered some off Amazon and I got like a whole pack of them for, I think there were like 20 of them. And I think it cost me like £5. If you've never done this before, I would probably suggest going to get it done professionally. I've been doing these sort of treatments and that sort of thing for a long time on myself, so I'm quite used to it. Because it is a blade, if you are going to try it on yourself, I'd be very, very careful and maybe do some research first before you do it. So what we're going to do is we'll start the forehead first and then we'll do the rest of the face. So what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to go against the way the hair grows, from what I've researched anyway. Mine grows up, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, and you usually want to hold your skin taut, so it needs to be quite tight, and I just gently will do light strokes down. You can actually hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, but I can definitely hear it in my own ears. You can see on this pad the hair that's come off. So that's the green colour thing, is the aloe vera gel. But that is literally like the peach fuzz that comes off your skin. And it's really, really not that noticeable at all, but it's just something I like to do. So I'm going to go again here, just cut a bit of my baby hair. And you can actually see it there, look. The hair coming off. Now I've got quite dark hair, so it would probably be a lot more prominent and you could see it more than like someone with very blonde or fair hair. So that's coming off nicely. So again there, that hair, that's literally come off the forehead. It's crazy. Like you literally won't be able to see it from a distance, but it is very much there. I'm going to add a bit more aloe vera gel. And your skin feels so smooth afterwards, it's crazy. So again, I'm going to hold the skin taut. I don't like these little baby hairs here. I don't mind them, but I get these tiny, tiny ones here, right above my eyebrow. So I'll get rid of those. Yeah. Look how satisfying that is. Is that not the nicest thing you've ever seen? And I'm really careful not to get my eyebrow, obviously. I'm going to be really gentle, because you don't want to cut yourself. That's what's come off there. So I'm just going to do the rest. And I'm actually looking at a mirror down here. So that's why I'm going quite quick. And again, I've done this before, so I'm quite quick at it. Again, like I said before, when you're doing this, you want to hold the skin taut. But because I'm obviously doing it on camera, I'm having to hold a mirror in front of me. So usually I would hold the skin taut with my other hand and I'd be sat in front of a mirror. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just having to microblade sort of freehand. And I'm going to do this little bit here. You can see I've got a few little hairs there. Get rid of those. So just gonna frown a little bit. And there we have it. Done that bit. Wipe that away. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my forehead on camera, off camera, and then we'll go on to the cheeks. So we'll do the rest of the face now. So for the rest of the face, it's exactly the same concept. Aloe vera gel. Make sure your face is clean and your hands are clean before. And what we're going to do is, it's the same concept. You need to be holding your skin taut. So we'll go right under here, right under my sideburn. And I'm going to go up here. You can actually already see it there, look. You see that hair? We'll go here. I like to go up, and then once I've done the whole face, I like to just go over it down as well. That's just for me. Careful around your eye as well. I find this part quite important because obviously when you've got makeup on, the sun tends to hit here, and that's where you put your highlighter. So when this part's really smooth, your highlighter is going to go on really smooth as well. It tends to look, especially if your oils come through your skin throughout the day, your skin tends to just look so healthy and glowy, especially when you do that bit. You can put some more lip balm on because my lips are really dry. And I'll just go on the rest of the face. So again, in usual circumstances, if I'm doing this on my own off camera, I'm going to hold my skin taut. Very important. But I can't for this video because I'm trying to see what I'm doing and I'm holding a mirror in front of me. So look. So now you kind of get the idea. I'm just going to do the rest of the face really quickly. So now I've completely dermaplaned my whole face. You can see it actually looks a little bit brighter already, a little bit more even. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to get my Witch Hazel toner. I got this from TK Maxx as well quite a while ago. So this is just going to get rid of any leftover aloe vera traces on my face. And just going to cleanse the skin. I want to try and go upwards if you can. Sometimes I forget. Like so. And then after I've dermaplaned, I like to just go over my face with a sort of like a clarifying mask. My favourite one to use is Dr. Jart, and it just pulls everything out of your pores and your skin. This is the one I use. It's, like I said, Dr. Jart. It's called Dermaclear. It usually comes in like a 3-pack, so there's a green, I think it's a white one, a green, white and a pink one. This is the green one. They all do different things, I think. Can't remember what this one does. I think it's like moisturiser or something. There's a clay mask and you leave it on for 3 minutes. It's like toothpaste a little bit. Put it all over your face, liberally. And leave it on for 3 minutes. And once the 3 minutes are up, you basically just wash it off because it sort of just turns into a foaming cleanser, that's what it says on the bottle, on the tube, sorry. So it turns into a foaming cleanser, so it will just wash straight off, and I like to just cover the whole face in it, and it'll just pull everything out of your pores, like all the excess sebum and the oils and all that sort of stuff, because obviously it's got clay in it. So that's the sort of purpose. That's the purpose of the clay in the mask. So now it look really scary. We'll leave it on for 3 minutes and we'll come back after that and I will show you the result. And my skin usually looks so much clearer and like more even after I've used this mask, so we'll leave that on for a bit and then come back. So this is what my skin's looking like after the mask. So I've washed it off now, and it looks like a lot brighter and more even, in my opinion anyway. So what I'm going to do really quickly now that we've done the skin, I'm just gonna trim the brows a bit because they've grown out a little bit long. So I just like to get the top bits and make it a bit more even. So I'm just grabbing some little scissors and I'm going to just take a little bit off the top, right there. Just to make them a bit more blunt. And then same again on this side. I think these scissors are broke. Yeah, they're definitely broke. We need to take a little bit off so it doesn't really matter. So that's what the brows are looking like at the moment. From here I'm just going to show you my daytime skincare routine. So in the morning, if I'm gonna after I've washed my face and that sort of thing, I'll take my toner after I've washed my face again, the Quinn's one, and then I'll just tone my skin. Making sure to go in upwards motions. Just tone the skin. Go with my eyebrows a little bit as well. Okay. From there, sort of recently, like maybe in the past year or so, sort of following sort of like a Korean skincare routine. So the first or second step for me would be to use an essence. And this is by Caudelie. And basically what it does is it helps to penetrate sort of your skincare better into the skin. It helps moisturisers sink into the skin better and serums work more effectively basically on the skin. So what I do with that is I don't massage it in because it's literally like, it's like the consistency of water, and I just basically smack it into my skin because it promotes blood flow, and we all want young skin, so promoting the blood flow in the skin in preparation for the rest of the skincare. And obviously it'll get into like your pores and your skin better. So now that's like sort of dried, I'll go in with I've got Caudelie Beauty Elixir, and you can put this on before or after makeup, day or night. So I like to use that. My sister got me this. But it's just really refreshing and really nice for skin. It leaves like a really glowy effect on the skin. So I like to let that dry before I go on to the next part. I need to put some more lip balm on as well. It gets so dry so easily. Crazy. And then I like to go in with my sunscreen first. I don't know what I'm doing here. Sunscreen first. I use one by Roche Posay. It's 50 SPF, anti-shine because I get oily skin. Well, I have oily skin, so I get really oily skin throughout the day. And it's UVB and UVA protection. So this is really important, especially after we've done all that to our skin this morning with the dermaplaning. So the skin's a lot more sensitive right now, and even if it's, whether it's sunny or not, so if it's like physically like there's no clouds or you don't think it's actually really sunny outside, SPF is so important to protect the skin, and it's really good for anti-aging. So you need to make sure you put that on before you go outside, because even if it's not sunny and say it's like overcast like it is today, there's still UV rays coming through. Even when you don't think it's like sunny and you go outside, it's like, oh, it's a bit gloomy today, you're still exposed to UV rays, so that's going to help protect the skin and help with anti-aging as well. I always make sure to go in with that every day, whether it's sunny or not. And then my second to final step is I go in with a moisturiser. So I use the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser in SPF 30. So it's important to use an SPF on its own as well as a moisturiser, because moisturisers with SPF are basically just watered down. So if you think of it like dilute orange or whatever, when you mix it with water, the concentration is basically watered down. So it's the same effect with moisturisers and SPF. Like, yeah, the SPF is present, but it's watered down with the moisturiser, so it's not as effective as a standalone SPF. So I use both, basically. So that's that. Final step is eye cream. So I'm using the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve eye cream, and you only need a little bit. You go on your sort of ring finger, because that's the most delicate finger on your hand. You just go round the orbital bone, and you're not really supposed to put it like right up to your like rim of your eyes, like here. You're supposed to only put it like around the orbital bone. Sometimes I cheekily just go whoop. But yeah, this is where I go. You need to be very careful around the skin around your eyes, because it's the most delicate and the most thin part of your, like the skin's is like the thinnest around your eyes, so you can cause premature aging by tugging or pulling around there. So that's what the skin's looking like, and that's my sort of morning skin routine, as well as a quick sort of tutorial on my eyebrow routine and my dermaplaning routine that I do every few weeks or so. The skincare I've just shown you is what I'll do in the morning when I wake up. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment on the video, and as well, if you want to see a nighttime skincare routine, because it is actually quite different to my daytime skincare routine, leave a comment down below and I'll get that done for you and uploaded. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe.